Today I'm going to show you how to make this really easy, delicious, creamy chicken scampi that's low carb. Okay, you're going to need 1.5 pounds of chicken breast, or 680 grams. These are quite large, so for me this was only 2, and we're going to cut these into the size of like chicken tenders. Then you're going to need 6 large cloves of garlic minced, or you can use it out of a jar like I'm doing here, about 6 teaspoons of it then. 6 tablespoons of butter, that'll be divided. 1 cup of chicken stock. 1 cup of heavy cream, or pure cream as it's called in Australia. This is usually about 1.25 cups, so you're not going to quite use all of that. 1/4 cup Parmesan cheese grated. Then it calls for 6 ounces or 170 grams of mixed bell peppers or capsicum, mixed colors meaning. I only have red ones on hand today, so that's what I'm going to use, but if you've got green, red, yellow, whatever, mix it up however you like. Next is just a few slices that I've got here of red onion, and a teaspoon of Italian seasoning mixed with 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Lastly, you're going to just want salt and pepper to taste. So I've cut this first one, and I just cut it in half and then each half in half again. So I've got some a little longer than others, that's all right. I just didn't want any pieces that were overly thick in the middle. So that one I got 4 out of. It was quite large. This one will probably get 3 or 4. Let's see how we go. So I've got a large frying pan here over a medium-high heat, and I've just got 4 tablespoons of butter in there right now to melt. So let's come over to the chicken. So you just want to season these with salt and pepper to taste on both sides. So I'm just going to give them a quick squirt of salt and pepper, and then just rearrange the pieces a bit. It's easier to use the hands. And wash your hands, of course, in between handling the raw meat and anything else. And then we'll season the other side as well. Now we're just going to sear the chicken 3 to 4 minutes on each side, just until it's golden brown. That won't be fully cooked at that stage. We're just getting it nicely seared on each side. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and flip those over. This has been about 4 minutes. Some of my thicker pieces that were quite wide, like they almost have 3 sides rather than 2, I've just turned them up on the thick ends for the last minute or so, just to make sure they all got nicely evenly browned all over. So now we're going to remove these from the pan and turn your pan down to a medium heat. Now remember, that chicken is not fully cooked yet. It's going to cook again later when we put it back in the sauce. We're going to add our remaining 2 tablespoons of butter and the garlic. I'm just going to stir and fry that for a minute or 2. You do not want to burn the garlic or it'll get bitter. Now we're just going to add our onion. I've sliced that. And we're just going to want to cook and stir that for maybe 3-4 minutes or so. You just want to get your onion so it's just starting to get a little translucent. That's looking really good, and it's quite fragrant, I must say. So now we're just going to deglaze the pan, adding our chicken stock. Now we're just going to add all the seasonings that I've got there. That was the Italian seasoning again and the red pepper flakes. We're just going to mix those in. Stir it through, and just keeping it on medium heat, we want to bring that to a nice boil. So it's come to the boil. I'm going to go ahead and reduce my heat now to a simmer. And let that simmer another 2 to 3 minutes. So that's just been simmering slowly for 2 to 3 minutes or so. And now I'm going to add that cream. Stir that in and leave it simmer again. Now this time about 5 or 10 minutes, or until it just starts to thicken into a nice sauce. Just starts to thicken, because it's going to cook for a while yet after that. Now, as you can see, that is starting to thicken, and that's what we want, just the beginnings of it. There's a little liquid there yet, and it's still going to cook for a little while, so this is a good time. Stir in the Parmesan cheese. And also salt and pepper to taste. We'll take the bell peppers or capsicum that I've cut in strips, put that in, and stir that in. That's thickening just a little bit more, which is good. Now we just add the chicken back to the pan. Get it down in there, and just going to cook it right in the sauce for about another 10 minutes. And I'll probably come and flip the pieces over halfway through just to make sure they cook evenly. So that's been 10 minutes of simmering. It's looking really, really good. And like I said, I did flip the chicken halfway through as well. I'm going to go ahead and plate that up. So there you have it, a delicious low-carb, creamy chicken scampi. We enjoyed it, and I hope you do too.